What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel today. It is going to be a super fun one, so make sure you stay till the end as I have officially launched my agency. So this is going to be crazy. I want to show you kind of what the early stage of launching an agency looks like, walk you through my mental process behind how I'm choosing my industry that I'm going after, as well as just show you like the best way to launch so that you can kind of like get momentum right away. Because the biggest issue that I see is like people really procrastinate, right? So like when someone launches a new agency, they're really excited at first, right? Like it's cool because you're getting a new business. But what I see is like if they don't get an instant result, if you don't have momentum of at least having conversations, appointments with your niche, then you start to really go backwards. You lose a lot of the excitement. So it's crazy important that when you do launch a brand new agency, when you do launch a new campaign for whatever agency you currently own, that you are getting a pretty instant result. That way you know you are moving forward. And that's what I designed this all around. Also, so quickly, just make sure you like and subscribe because this is going to be my race to 100K. I am going to be showing you the background of exactly what it takes to build a business to $100,000 a month. Everything that I'm doing is actually designed around, first off, rapidly scaling to $100,000 a month. Second, not only scaling it, but also stepping away from the business. That way I'm not actively involved. I'm just owning it. I'm able to hire people to take care of the day-to-day. I don't actually have to be in there. And actually, I've been talking to a lot of people about exiting, selling, people that actually acquire digital marketing agencies. That way I can really design my business to be really sought out by those investors. All right, because I personally, I don't get super excited about marketing. However, I do know the systems and the processes that go into it. That way I can build it to that point and then I can hand it off to someone else that wants to take it, even bigger. Everything that I'm doing is designed around one, scaling to $100,000 a month rapidly. Two, me actually not having my time tied to sales and fulfillment. And three, actually building a business that's possible to sell and give off to someone and something that's actually desirable. Something crazy that I just learned through my conversations with people that actually acquire digital agencies is it's so much more value, almost double the value, if you just create a business that's not dependent on you. Because if you then leave the company, then what are they left with, right? So everything that I'm doing is designed around how I'm duplicating myself. That way, when someone else wants to take it over, it's just a system. And that is literally twice as valuable to people that are looking to acquire. So make sure that whenever you're building any kind of business, you aren't building a brand around yourself, you're building a company with its own brand. And that's one of the biggest things that's changed here in 2020 in my mind, is we really do need to build something that is duplicatable and scalable. With that being said, let's get straight to it. All right, so this is just week one of me really launching my new agency. It's been so busy this week. So I didn't get nearly as much done as I had hoped so, but we are getting some progress. Now, if you want to check out my last video, it'll show you a little bit more about how to pick a niche, shows you how to pick a winning niche and the process I went through. But basically what I did is I looked at around 200 different verticals, okay? 200 different niches. I sat down, I went through them. Whenever I saw one that was interesting, one of them that was like piqued my interest of some kind, I would go and research it. I'd look at what the options are. When I got down to top 20, top 10, whatever it was, then I broke it down. Now, I'm left with my top 3 niches, all right? And what I wanted to do with these 3 industries is I wanted them to be pretty different from each other. Like, I have a white collar one, so like a doctor of some kind. Then I have kind of like a blue collar one, so like more like construction slash, like hard work based. And I have another one that's kind of like right in between, where it's just one that's more obscure, something that a lot of people haven't thought of. So I have those 3 different industries, and I've picked them. That way, I can see what one's going to work out best. What I'm doing now, and this is what I recommend for anyone, is not only pick those 3 niches, but also look at the deliverables and the level of difficulty for each one of the deliverables, okay? So not only do I now have my 3 industries that I'm going to be going after, the 3 verticals that I'm going to be testing, I also have created deliverables for all 3 of them. So I now know exactly what I'm going to be doing. And I actually am doing something a little bit different for each. So it's not going to be Facebook ads for all of them. I actually have a couple of different things that I'm going to be testing so that I can get long-term clients. Because when we're looking at selling a company, I can't just have a client come on for a month, 2 months, 3 months even, and then leave. I need someone that's going to stay with me for the long term. So when I'm doing this, I actually try and create like an outline of, all right, so this is the niche, this is what I'm going to be delivering for them. And based on that, this could be the expected lifetime value. So when you break it down like that, then it really gets a lot more clear to you what one is going to serve you best, what one's going to get you like the best result with your business. And you get all that information from the next step, and that's from market research. So what you can do for market research, some of the common things we do is we just go on and we look at the top verticals. So say we were going after a dentist, which I'm definitely not. You would look at like dentist in Los Angeles. The best one obviously come up to the top, the best marketed one. And what we'd be able to do is we'd be able to look at what's on their site, what are they offering, what are the promotions they're doing. Okay, great. Or you could look up common procedures. So you would do, for dentists, it would be like veneers, or it would be like cosmetic dental kind of things, like Invisalign, things like that that are a little bit more high ticket. So what we would be able to do is we'd look at what are the common procedures, what do they actually want in the market. That way, when we do start having conversations with our niche, we're educated. We actually know how to have a conversation with them. We know what they're looking for. We know their problems. We know their desires. And we can then sell our awesome service to them and help them grow their business. We need to differentiate ourselves, guys. If you're saying the same old crap where you're just like, I'm going to help you get more patients, help you get more customers, you're going to lose. We need to get very specific. We need to talk about what it is they want, how we can work towards that and create a long-term plan with them. That way they're thinking long-term with you. We need to set that frame right away, and that all starts with just doing the proper market research and understanding what it is that they want. All right, so many of you know agencytycoons.com. You should definitely check it out. This is probably the best part of having an organic machine. I'm able to basically start with 3 different niches, so 3 different verticals, and I'm now able to test with all 3 of them at the exact same time. And the best part about that is I don't have to spend any money. So you should definitely check it out. If you want to see how to build an agency just like this, even more in depth, I'll be giving my guys the actual inside scoop of exactly what niches I'm going after, the offers that I have. So if you want to check that out, by all means, go ahead. It's going to be in the description below. So what do I mean by organic testing? Organic testing is this. Basically what I want to do is I want to see what niche gets the fastest response. So what we have to do when we're starting a new company is think of it as like we're doing a deeper market research. We're understanding the need for what it is we're offering. So now that we have our 3 niches, okay, we've outlined our deliverable, right? We know the difficulty of the deliverable, and we know what the procedures are that they want it. Now we actually put it to the test. We see what is the actual desire in the marketplace for a dentist that wants veneers. How hard is it for us to get that conversation? So what I want to do through this is I want to track who responds the fastest, who has the most positive response, who actually sets up the most appointments in the shortest amount of time. That way we get an instant response. And we can actually see out of those 3, we can compare them side by side after we've done this step to see what one actually makes the most sense. And that brings us to step 5, and that is assess. So what we do at the assess stage is we look at the organic testing and we basically see what one's going to be the most long-term viable option based on that. And that's going to allow you to basically take your next step. And the next step is to freaking commit, because now you're starting a business. And if you're starting a real business, that means you need to really commit to it, right? You can't just be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Forget about the other 2 after you commit to that one. Because once you do make that decision, don't look back. It's going to hold you back. It's going to drain energy, pulling you to a different way. We need you 100% in on that one niche that you do dial in on. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing this next week. So this next week, what you're going to see is I'm going to go from 3 top niches down to just 1. Next Friday, I'm going to post a video. Make sure you're following along with the race to 100K, because I'm literally going to be giving you weekly updates just like this of what's going on in my agency, as well as showing you like sales that I'm pulling in on a daily basis, how I'm outsourcing it. That way I'm not doing the work. That way you're even able to see what the general structure is of building a business that's capable of rapidly scaling. My goal is 6 months to scale to $100,000 a month in recurring revenue. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoy. Talk to you soon.